Hi, friends. I wanted to share with you. I've been reflecting a lot lately on my whole background in the jewelry industry, including the nearly 4.5 years that I worked in production jewelry. And when I say production jewelry, I mean that a light day might involve me making only 20 pieces of jewelry from start to finish. And a heavy day, well, on my heaviest day, the most I ever made was 99 pairs of the exact same earring in a single 8-hour shift. I actually held that record at this job for another year until one of my coworkers beat me by 10 whole pairs. And it was an experience that taught me so, so much. Among the things that it taught me was how to organize production so that you can operate at this level. You organize so that all of the parts are where you need them to be. You learn how to maintain your tools so that they can always be working for you. You learn how to be efficient with your movement so that you can avoid repetitive strain injuries. You also learn how to take constructive feedback. Because the other part of production that I learned had to do with quality control. I know it's not the most exciting part of your jewelry business, but it is actually one of the most vital. At the time, we had one quality control or QC person on staff, and that person's job was to double check every chain, every link, tugged at every chain, inspected every solder joint, wiggled every stone, twisted every ear wire, twisted every ear post to make sure that all of the pieces of jewelry that were going out the door were going to arrive in the right state. Quality control was the last step before actually checking off that this piece was done. It was the last step before shipping. It was the last step before labeling and packaging. It was the most important step, and here's why. Because, sure, this sounds like a lot of work. It sounds hyper detailed, maybe more detailed than what you are used to or ready for, but it was vital and important. Larger retailers can sometimes, or I should say, have been known to reject entire orders because one thing is off, because one piece doesn't meet their quality standards. Some retailers, regardless of the size of the business, might reject individual items for not being uniform, meaning that when I made those 99 pairs of earrings, it was for a single order, and they actually all had to look similar enough across the entire batch. So some stores will reject individual items for not looking the same. Some retailers will ding your invoice 10% or even 15% if you ship a day late. But the most important reason why quality control before you ship your jewelry out the door is important is that the quality of the work that you ship is what helps create trust with your customers. Now, probably if you've been watching this video already, if you've done any amount of shopping online, you might already know this. You order something, whether it's from Etsy or from an independent business or even from a major business, and it arrives and it does not arrive to your standards. Think for a moment about how you feel about that experience. Do you want to order from that company again? Maybe not. Do you want to get your money back from that Etsy seller? Yeah, you might. Do you want to return the item? You probably do. So you've had the experience of being on the other side of this. You've had the experience as the disappointed customer. What could you be doing in the process of operating your jewelry business that would prevent any of your customers from ever feeling that sense of mistrust? And the answer that you might find is that you may need to implement your own quality control process, even if you're just a one person show. And I know it does sound like a lot, but you'll feel better sending a package out the door knowing that everything's been checked. You'll feel better sending a package out the door knowing that your customers are going to feel excited and delighted by what you've sent them. You're going to feel better knowing that you did your best job possible and you can verify it. So try it. Implement a quality control system. It could be as simple as a checklist. It could be as simple as having a second pair of eyes on it. Maybe if you hire an assistant, you can have them double check. You can tug every chain before it leaves. You can twist every ear post. You can inspect every stone. But try implementing quality control and see if it doesn't give you a little extra boost of confidence that you've done the best job possible to get the best jewelry out the door and into the hands of your customers. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that thumbs up and then subscribe to my YouTube channel.